Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today, we're going to be drawing some cats. If you're watching this video, then you're probably familiar with the Clan Generator Challenge. If you're not, it's essentially randomly generating a list of Warrior Cat's original characters and drawing them all. And so today, I'm doing my own spin on the challenge, again. Normally, a Clan Generator Challenge is, well, random, but I prefer to have a little more control, so instead of generating a random clan, I'm making my own from scratch. I ended up giving myself quite a bit of creative freedom. What I came up with is entirely different from Warrior's clan structure. At this point, it's not even a proper clan. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Mangrove Marsh Colony, a small group of 15 cats living in a wetland, which is based off of the Everglades in Florida. The colony is led by the council, consisting of the colony's guide, advisors, and ancients. The healer and botanist were originally not a part of the council, but they've contributed their wisdom and suggestions so much that they're considered honorary members at this point. The other roles in the colony are prey hunters, marsh scouts, and den keepers. The youngest cats are called frog paws, and they're divided into two categories: froglets, cats in training to become fully fledged marshlanders, and tadpoles, the colony's kittens. Unlike cats in the Warriors series, the marshlanders are named after local wildlife. As such, here's the list of the colony members. The colony is guided by Serpent Fern, with help from bald eagle and coconut palm. Nighthawk contributes his wisdom as an ancient too. Together, turtle dove and sea hibiscus take care of the health of the marshlanders, healing wounds and searching for herbs respectively. The rest of the adult marshlanders are elodia, seahorse, water oak, weeping fig, pipistrelle, peppervine, and a tiger shark. Last but not least, the colony's froglets, cats in training, are a pair of siblings, sea turtle and snapping turtle. Also, as a note, I got the names of Everglades wildlife from nps.gov, which lists every known species in every national park in the United States. It's a really cool resource, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. Now that you know what our group is like, let's get into designing the individual characters. I'll just be drawing the council members today, but there will be a part 2 in which I draw all of the other characters, so stay tuned. Serpent Fern, the noble guide of the marshlanders, is first. She can be strict, but she tries her very best to be a good, fair guide. The previous guide of the colony, her father, was a strict tyrant who constantly sent his cats out on fruitless missions, resulting in unnecessary bloodshed and causing a significant decrease in the colony's population, which is still noticeable today. Serpent Fern is determined to not follow in her father's footsteps and instead return her colony to its former glory. It's tough, but she's doing her best, and her colony appreciates her for it. She's far more popular than her predecessor. Secretly, though, she tends to be a bit paranoid about the colony's safety. Will their paltry 15 members, some of which are healers and frog paws, be enough to defend themselves? She has 2 daughters, Weeping Fig and Sea Hibiscus, who she had with a close friend of hers that's since passed. She still treats everyone in the colony as family, though. Serpent Fern is fairly quiet but clever. She tends to think quite a bit before she speaks, and often silently judges those who don't. All in all, she's an effective, fair guide. She also has a very cool design, which I enjoyed making. Her markings have a sleek look that emphasize the serpent part of her name, while her plant marking and the foliage she wears behind her ear pay homage to the fern part. Second is Bald Eagle, Serpent Fern's loyal advisor. I'm gonna be honest, the entire concept for him was, haha, silly American cat. And yeah, that's pretty much him. As you can probably tell, his design is based off of a bald eagle, with some creative liberties taken. Also, he has a missing leg because I really didn't want to draw it, and it suits him. He probably lost it in some epic battle or to a gator. Bald Eagle is in many ways the opposite of Serpent Fern, which makes for an interesting dynamic between the two, but they get along surprisingly well. Brash and overconfident, Bald Eagle often finds himself starting fights with others, particularly Seahorse and Water Oak, but Serpent Fern keeps him out of trouble for the most part. There's a reason why Bald Eagle spends so much time patrolling. However, While he still gets in trouble, he's still incredibly loyal to his colony and would do anything to defend it, which is why Serpent Fern chooses to have him by her side as one of her advisors. Bald Eagle has 2 children, Pipistrel and Turtledove, and his father is Nighthawk. His mate died in a previous battle under the old leader's reign, so he's had to raise his daughters alone, but Nighthawk helps him the best he can. He's determined to keep his little family together. Coconut Palm is the next advisor, and she's a mix of both Serpent Fern and Bald Eagle. Confident but humble, quiet but friendly, they make a good leading figure. He's mates with Lodia, and the 2 of them are parents to Peppervine and Tiger Shark. Since they're an advisor, they're in the running to become the next guide after Serpent Fern passes or retires, but he prefers to not be in charge. Whilst her fellow advisor, Bald Eagle, is quick to take charge of a situation, Coconut Palm is more than happy to help out from the sidelines, doing whatever work is needed from her, often with no acknowledgement whatsoever. It's their steadfastness and reliability that makes Serpent Fern hopeful they'll be the colony's next guide, but both Coconut Palm and Bald Eagle have other plans. Next, it's time to head over to the medicine den. Turtledove is the colony's healer. She's quite chatty, but a great listener at the same time. Though her job is healing the wounds and illnesses of her fellow marshlanders, she's equally as willing to hear them out and help them with the other issues they face. She's as much of an emotional healer as she is a physical healer. She's kind, social, and compassionate, the perfect healer, but sometimes she'll go and hide in a tree to temporarily escape her problems when she needs a break. While she keeps up her cheerful appearance, her work can be very emotionally draining, especially when times get tough and things get out of her control. Turtledove always does everything in her power to save the other marshlanders, but she still finds herself shouldering the blame when she loses a patient. The other occupant of the medicine den is the herbalist, Hibiscus, who happens to be mates with Turtledove. She does a lot of the unseen healing work. Her main job is to gather and cultivate herbs and other plants. When she has free time, she sometimes gathers flowers to decorate herself and the camp with. She usually prefers to spend time alone, and often ends up burying herself in her work when she becomes stressed, which may not be the healthiest thing to do, but she doesn't really mind. In times of hardship, this is especially true. Sickness and battles rapidly dwindle the herb supply, causing Sea Hibiscus to need to work overtime. Sea Hibiscus has a sister, Weeping Fig, and her mother is Serpent Fern. She cares about her mother a lot, but their relationship has become distant as the two begin to become engulfed in their duties to the colony, preventing them from spending quality time together. However, Serpent Fern and Weeping Fig have a strong bond and have grown even closer following recent hardships in the colony. I'm especially happy with how her design came out. It took a while and was pretty tricky at times, but it turned out really well. The last member of the council is the colony's only agent, Nighthawk. He's the father of Bald Eagle and the grandfather of Pipistrel and Turtledove. Nighthawk tends to be a bit stubborn, though not as stubborn as his son. His design is based off of a Nighthawk, though I implemented it a bit more loosely than with Bald Eagle. Nighthawk was a well-respected scout back in his day, and he used to be pretty ferocious in battle, but he's mellowed out a lot in his old age. Under Serpent Fern's leadership, he's gotten to relax a lot more, but still helps out as much as he can. These days, he's pretty chatty and spends his retirement relaxing and spending time with friends and family, although he does go out on the occasional patrol. That's it for this first episode of Mangrove Marsh Colony. Check back soon for the second episode, where I'll draw the rest of the characters. Thanks for watching.